The jet slices above a blinding cloud ocean when the stars begin to smear into rivers. What if speed isn't motion at all, but space itself tilting under our wings? The canopy hums, contrails die, the horizon curves like a blade. One push of throttle and night prepares to tear. Call sign Valkyrie 9, a prototype strike fighter turned instrument. Carbon ceramic skin, adaptive edges, 8K quantum cameras stitched along its spine. Mission: show what velocity does to starlight, and what starlight reveals about us. Stakes: skin, bone, and time itself. Altitude climbs past 70,000 feet. Ice crystals halo the wingtips. The blue deepens toward ink. The Kármán line waits like a boundary written in cold math. Inside the helmet, breath slows. Below, an anvil field freezes into sculpture as engines knife thin air. Experimental spike engine spools. A white torch blooms, and G-force nails fought to bone. The sky snaps black. Stars blossom, then lean forward as the nose bites vacuum. Earth curves to a luminous crescent. Far storms vein their clouds with silent lightning. Relativistic aberration squeezes the cosmos toward our path. Colors skew, wavelengths tighten. Familiar constellations buckle, recognizable yet wrong, like a memory under pressure. Guidance solves a corridor through the brightest crush of photons, a road made of light.
Zodiacal dust greets us like sleet. Micron grains flash to plasma at the bow, each impact recorded in trembling 8K. The hull sings with ion strikes. A pale corona crawls the skin. We are not alone. The sun's wind drags our shadow, whispering its slow electric weather. The Milky Way unravels into a silver torrent. Dark molecular lanes yawn like chasms. Oxygen and carbon atoms tint the haze. We thread between nursery clouds, where stars spark to life, violent and red. A misstep here would cube a fighter into glitter. Gravity ahead, something compact and wandering. Starlight bends into ghostly arcs. We dive the saddle between warped halos, surfing geometry. Autopilot whispers corrections. The pilot's hands refuse and trace the curve by instinct, skin prickling as space flexes. A pulsar's wind field roars like a lighthouse storm. Timing windows open and slam. Radiation sweeps in knives. We skim the shock and steal a slingshot of momentum. Instruments chatter. Aurora crawls across the canopy as space turns to weather and to music. Beyond the heliosphere's ragged bow, cosmic rays drum harder. The local bubble's wall glows faint, a memory of supernovas. Shields heat dull cherry, cameras blink through static. Home is now a blue coin, a spinning rumor falling behind our wake.
Galaxies pull long and lean, stretching into filaments. Laniakia's scaffolding appears, voids like black lakes, clusters like cities on fire. We surf gradients of gravity, reading a map no atlas holds, a foam of matter, a tide with no shore, a path by pressure. Clocks disagree. Ours slows, theirs runs hungry. A photo taped by the HUD reminds the pilot that birthdays on Earth will pass like mile markers. Velocity buys distance and charges interest in years. The radio delay fattens into silence. A swarm of micrometeoroids, invisible until they burn. The world jolts into streaks and percussion. Stick right, throttle burst, a roll through vacuum that feels like surf. One pebble kisses the fin, paint vaporizes, and we live. We bleed velocity. Light lines collapse back into points. Colors relax to honest blues and reds.
The cabin hushes except for cooling metal. Afterimages drift like contrails in thought, refusing to fade. The metallic taste of distance, static, and awe. Data pours from the fighters back into deep beam antennas. Spectra, polarizations, pulse trains, aimed at Earth, a whisper crossing years. By the time it lands, we may be rumor. But photons ignore legend. They deliver precisely what they carry, truth in packets. Perhaps the sky isn't a ceiling, but a current, and speed is how we learn its flow. Valkyrie 9 settles back above cloud height, a blade in white sun, carrying a question older than flight. How far can a heartbeat travel before it stops being ours?